Welcome, and in this video I'm going to show you how to code a web page using HTML. Your web page will be stored locally on your computer, so there's no need to worry about it going online. First step, create a folder on your desktop and name it something like coding. Step 2. Use a code editor like Visual Studio Code, installing links in the description, or Notepad or TextEdit, which are pre-installed on computers. In your code editor, make a new file. And save it as something like Webpage 1. Or if you can think of a more creative name, save it as that. Make sure you save it as an HTML file and put .html at the end of the name. And our file is there, even though it's blank. Open the coding folder and open your web page in your web browser. Now, to split screen, you can pull the web browser over to the right and pull the code editor over to the left, so you can see both. You can edit your code on your left, save, and then reload into your web browser. This is a .type declaration. All websites start like this. You've got an exclamation mark, capital letters .type, and then lowercase HTML. Now, the rest of the code is going to be made of HTML tags. We've got elements, which consist of an opening tag, some content, and the closing tag. The opening tag will be angle brackets around the name of the tag, closing tag, angle brackets, / then the name of the tag. So let's add an HTML tag. The closing tag has been also filled by the web code editor. If you save, then reload, it's still blank. We've not actually added any proper content yet. So let's make a head tag for the first section and the body tag for the second section. The body tag is what will actually appear in this white space on the screen. The head tag is for other things. Inside the head tag, we could put a title. I'm going to name it My Web Page. But if it doesn't appear on the white part of the screen, where will it appear? Let's see. So if you save and reload, it appeared on the tab, My Web Page. So in the body, we're going to create a paragraph with the P tags. This is a paragraph. Oops, spelling mistake. We are going to save, Ctrl S, and reload, Ctrl R. The paragraph is there, albeit with a spelling mistake. Let's correct that quickly. Let's create another paragraph. Text can be. Now we're going to put a B element for bold, an I element for italic, a U element for underlined, an M element for emphasized, and a strong element for, well, you can guess, strong. Now I've got 5 differences. If we Ctrl S and Ctrl R, each text will be styled in the way it describes. It can also be, if you put an underline element inside an italic element, inside a bold element, and type the text in the very middle, it will be a combination. Control R. That's bold, italic, and underlined. Let's create a new paragraph. We're going to learn about headings. All websites need titles for certain parts of it. So, let's learn how to create them. We've got all of them from H1 to H6. H1. Now in the next line, press skip to a new line. H2. Next, H3. H4. Make sure you remember the closing tag. H5. And H6. But what's the difference between each header? If we save and reload with Ctrl S and Ctrl R, we can see that H1 is the largest and H6 is the smallest, going through all the numbers. Let's use a heading now. H2. Lists. Now we can also use an H3. There are two types of lists, unordered lists and ordered lists. Firstly, we're going to learn about unordered lists. Unordered lists are always in an UL element. Remember the closing tag. Press enter in between the tags to make a space. So in LI elements, list items, you can put different items in the list. I'm just putting ABC. Ctrl S, Ctrl R. You can see there are bullet points next to each item. Now let's create an ordered list. This is the same as an unordered list, but in the OL tag rather than the UL tag. Remember the list items still. Now if we Ctrl S and Ctrl R and maybe scroll down, you can see the ordered list is numbered automatically. So we're going to do a new type of tag called a self-closing tag. This has no content and doesn't have a slash at the beginning or no slash. The slash is at the end. The first example of the self-closing tag is a line break. Paragraph can type line break. Say we want to put a line break between those two words. We put the BR slash, self-closing tag, between the words to make a line break. Ctrl S, Ctrl R, scroll down. Now, break has gone onto a new line. Now, we're going to learn how to do links or hyperlinks. These can link to other web pages on the same website or on a different website. It's an A tag. Now I'm going to add an attribute. How you set an attribute, so you type the name of the attribute, href in this case, equals, and then some quotes. We won't put anything in them right now. Type what you want the link to say in between the tags. Say I want it to say Google. And inside the href attribute, type the location of Google or the URL. Ctrl S, Ctrl R. And when you click the link, you'll be redirected to Google. Let's just go back to the web page. Now, there's one more element to learn. We're going to add an image. An image is a self-closing tag, which also has some attributes. So, image. We're going to add an img tag. Let's add a circ attribute for the source of the image. Leave this blank at the moment. and an alt attribute for the name of the image. We're going to leave both of these blank. Now, put a slash before you close the tag, because this is a self-closing tag. Now, we need an image to actually put there. So look online on a website like this or on your search engine. Find an image you're allowed to use and copy image location or copy image address or copy image URL. Paste that into the source of the image, Control V, and the alt. Type something, a short description about it maybe. Wow, we've learned so many different elements. See you again in the next video.